We live in an ecosystem where almost everything is documented. Birthdays, coffee cups, even grief. Every post functions as an audition for belonging. Yet, amidst this noise, some people stay completely invisible. They scroll quietly and observe deeply, but they rarely, if ever, post. A common societal stereotype labels these quiet observers as shy, insecure, or perhaps lacking experiences worth sharing. But this overlooks how we've been trained. Over the last decade, we have developed a reflex to immediately translate a sunset or a shared laugh into digital proof. We have been conditioned to prioritize the validation of a lens over the moment itself. This cultural conditioning has led to a standard where digital visibility is used as a proxy for a person's actual human value. Psychologists have uncovered a paradox regarding this silence. Individuals who refrain from posting frequently often score higher on measures of emotional independence and self-restraint. These observers spend their time analyzing a world obsessed with performance, watching the display without feeling a need to interrupt it. By abstaining from the feed, a person's psychological objective shifts. Instead of proving their identity to an audience, they focus on actually understanding it. Choosing digital silence represents a deliberate rejection of a culture that demands constant performance in exchange for belonging. The neurological hook of social media is well documented. Every interaction, a like, a comment, a share, triggers the brain's reward center to release dopamine. This is the same chemical pathway involved in addiction. This cycle trains users to prioritize shareable experiences. Over time, the brain begins to value the digital record of an event more than the lived reality of it. Resisting this loop involves an internal locus of control. This is the psychological ability to derive worth and happiness from within, rather than from external metrics. For those with a high internal locus of control, the digital echo chamber becomes obsolete. They do not require the approval of a feed to believe they are enough. Opting out of a system designed for neurological addiction requires consistent self-regulation. For many, staying invisible is a disciplined choice to prioritize internal stability over the dopamine spikes of external applause. Social media has amplified a specific form of anxiety called self-presentational pressure. It is the exhausting awareness of being constantly perceived and judged, even when you are alone. This creates emotional fatigue. Users find themselves comparing their messy, authentic behind-the-scenes lives to the highly curated highlight reels of everyone else. When the cost of this performance becomes too high, many users experience burnout. They simply stop posting, disappearing from the feed without any formal announcement. This retreat is typically an act of self-preservation. It is a way to escape the mental weight that comes with constant visibility. Behavioral theory identifies a concept called psychological ownership. It is the deep-seated feeling that a memory, a thought, or an experience belongs exclusively to you. Posting a personal moment can dilute this feeling of ownership. The experience shatters into shared public property, distributed across a network for others to consume. Once an experience is public, it becomes vulnerable to misinterpretation, judgment, and the shifting nature of online trends. To protect their inner world, non-posters choose to keep their most significant transformations, their grief and their growth, entirely unseen. Keeping moments unposted ensures complete ownership over one's reality. It reflects the understanding that identity is forged in private, while performance is merely an act for the public. Clinical psychology uses the term congruence to describe the alignment between a person's inner self and their outward projection. The curation required for social media inevitably distorts this alignment. It forces individuals to live as fractured versions of themselves, edited for the approval of others. Empirical data suggests that taking extended breaks from posting correlates with a steady increase in emotional stability and life satisfaction. Those who step away often notice sensory shifts. Walking through life without needing digital proof can make colors look richer and time feel slower. Stepping outside the validation loop allows a person to re-anchor their reality, replacing the anxiety of digital closeness with the warmth of genuine, unbroadcasted connection. There is a calm, quiet assurance in a life lived securely offline, which contrasts sharply with the loud confidence demanded by digital profiles. Digital privacy provides the space to reconnect with one's own unspoken thoughts and inner compass. The next time you experience something meaningful, try to resist the conditioned reflex to document and share it. In an ecosystem engineered for continuous display, choosing silence is a reminder that we are meant to be people, not performances.